Series Championship. So pistol round now underway. What do you see right now, Scrawny?
Right away, we're looking at Freiburg with the kit smoke. And interestingly enough, it's not going to be the retake A setup that some would often observe. It's the retake B setup. And an aggressive push from these two CTs straight into A main. Armin waiting on the other side's instantly removed. HS and Alu no better than to continue this flank. They're just going to fall back and try to enjoy this 5v4.
Yeah, and it seems that they were expecting that. 4Shot and Steel were still waiting towards Useless as well. They weren't looking to find any information towards B main or towards A yet. They were trying to hold towards Spawn, but I don't think that they expected two guys pushing out of A main. Because of that now, they're going to try to fall back and looking for an A execute. So they have a smoke and a flash to probably smoke for that cross. And that's Steel looking for information towards its mid side. Oh, he gets a nice goosh onto Mixwell though. This might be the call soon for them to execute, but again, they have two guys inside the site, very healthy for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, especially Alu, who's currently playing a spotting position just underneath the Shroud boost. He does decide to fall back right before Torque round that corner, so I don't believe he had too much information. Or maybe he did see their sliver, because Mixwell does come off of mid. He's replaced by Magus Boy on a full bar of health, but not for long. Down to 1 HP already as again the Gush connects. The smoke to cover the cross, and Steel opening up with a 2K flank. The CTs, they're going to get pinched here.
The Glocks are strong right now for Torque. Mixwell from Connector is going to be able to take down TCK. He's going to be the last man standing. Sorry, he's up towards that truck. So Steel and Monte. Steel is moving up here towards this highway side. He's the one that got the entry. He's given a chance now for Torque to move in and get the bomb plant. Monte with a P250. Steel still has a smoke. And Mixwell is lurking inside this A bomb site. But now I think it's planted safely inside the A bomb site right now. So they have to actually look for that peek in the fight. So Mixwell with the fake first. Monte's going to peek out. What a flick for the headshot. And then finally Steel connects for a 4K on top of that on the pistol round.
Oh, Jesus, that was scary.
Yeah.
When Mixwell connects that headshot, you're thinking Steel's still in the bottom of highway. I mean, even the fact that we watch Mixwell get to the bomb site with no kit, mind you, but Steel all the way towards white box mid. They had no clue really what was going on there. They had no idea as to where he could be. So Monty's just going to play that under Shroud position. Very informational play. You're not going to be ever spotted genuinely unless you peek out. And that's exactly what he does, right? Just making sure that that bomb can't be stuck. Takes a bullet to the face very quickly. Disgusting headshot by Mixwell.
Yeah,
because ultimately, great pistol.
Monte came out of that spot and was like, I have the shot. Mixwell's back was faced towards Monte, and Monte was spraying that P250. Unfortunately, nothing connected. And then that was just a sick reaction shot from Mixwell. Nonetheless, though, the pistol round still comes underway in favor of Torque. We had a slight pause just to get I'm a Pet into the coaching position on the CT side. It is some sort of a buy here for OpTic Gaming, all with no armor. Mixwell starting things off quite well on the B side with a headshot onto TCK.
Yeah, aggro peek right there takes the man off of backyard, and that's going to now allow for HS to start this flank. He is the one player with Kevlar, so aim punch not going to be much of an issue. But you'd think that Torqued at this moment would then just walk away from B, try to get away from that single scout, especially now that the ump belongs to HS. But the CTs rotate over, Mixwell included, trying to find another shot as Freiburg picks up his gun. 4Shot's not going to commit here, and Monty's going to get closer towards doors, so he could swing this out, he could find another man towards sight. While they do see Torque coming this direction, they've yet to fully commit.
I really like the idea because after getting that first kill towards the B side, you rotated the scout all the way towards A. HS already moved forward towards Toxic side, so there's so much information. They know that the execution is happening towards A. Only thing though, I wasn't sure if they should have peeked there early towards that A main. That being said, we are executing towards the A bomb site now for Torque. There's a smoke on the cross, 4 shots at the forklift. Freiburg's fully blinded at the A bomb site as well, and they're looking for some coverage. There's 2 guys in there. It's gonna be Freiburg and it's gonna be Alu. Alu salvaging the scout, taking one down, traded back by Steel, and we've now cleared out the A bomb site for the plant with 30 seconds left in the round.
Situation though, very low health on all 3 players. Not to mention HS flank has finally arrived. And he's going to swap back to the sidearm. Passes 4Shot, but he can't get the kill. That's a missed opportunity if I've seen one. It took so long there for Torque to finally entry into the bomb site. Those 2 CTs doing a good job of keeping them at a distance and allowing HS to rotate over. But when his rotate doesn't net him a frag, that suddenly leaves it down to just Magus, who already kicks it off with 1. Steel and A2Z both tagged, and now it is just Josh himself. He fires a shot off, and Magis nearly finds the kill, but he doesn't have the time. That's a second round to Torque.
I'm giggling like a schoolgirl. You see him staying towards the truck as well. He's trying to run in to see if he can pick up the AK, but it's going to be a UMP that he picks up instead. But that's what I was going to say. He stayed towards the truck, looking for that econ damage, looking for the exit kills. Hopefully that the bomb radius is going to blast that AK towards his side. Great way to actually make it a little bit more expensive for Torque for winning that round, but it was still an investment purchase from OpTic Gaming on that previous one.
Of course, Magic still hangs on to his Kevlar. He's got the Ump. He's got a Deagle on Alu as well. And it looks like Alu wants to play aggressive this round. Could peek and pry into A main, where 4Shot looks to hold. Fully committed, though, to this corner right now. And here comes Magic. He's going to peek out even further. But he's unable to get his kill. He actually drops his gun. Alu still showing himself. Could also fall. The wall spam will convince him back.
Yeah, they are playing this A main peak very aggressively since that pistol round. It'll be interesting to see if that's going to be the case for once the gun round comes in. If they're actually going to leverage Alu to maybe even peek a lot towards A main with an AWP. But so far, things will remain calm. Let's just focus on this one so far with just pistols across the board for OpTic Gaming. Alu with a Deagle armor. And A2Z trying to take this mid control. We're shifting things around though for Torque. We're going to move up and try to group up and execute towards B at this point.
Still a player fully committed to the bottom of the vent. That's Mixwell. Steele's looking to lead the charge. Full utility on his belt. And a near full team behind him. Only A2Z towards mid. Mixwell hearing a lot of pressure. Starts to fire off. Takes two. Nice pistol play to swing it to the 3v3. But Josh saves the day with a 2K of his own. And that's going to leave Freiburg and Alu now in the clutch. They've got the T's boxed in. Freiburg's not willing to push. Not just as of yet, because Alu's still flanking here. And if he can get into position in time, then they could still get some more damage done.
That's right. But they're still setting up on this post plant. Only now has the smoke started to dissipate towards that tree side. So that is actually a lot of time wasted on that bomb going down. So you see them setting up on these exits. Pretty much what we're expecting right now. Alu hears a few footsteps as he's holding towards the sunroom. A2Z's getting towards him with TCK. It's going to be a 3-man exit. He gets the first one here. Don't think he'll connect with more. Indeed, he won't. Freiburg will save this UMP. But I gotta say, that was a nice round being played for OpTic Gaming despite only having pistols. HS playing towards that Heaven side with the shoulder peek, making himself known that he's there. Focus on me at Heaven. Mixwell just hiding on that corner of the checkers, but he waited for a very long time. And I think what really helped him as well was a mistake smoke that was thrown from Torque that was trying to smoke what looked like towards Heaven, but it just bounced on the top of the entrance of the B bomb site, which made them like, oh, holy crap, we actually can't see anything. So they're just focusing towards that bomb site to try to get an entry, and then Mixwell came out for that double.
You asked me about the double op setup Vans coming into this game, and we've already spotted it now.
Yep,
Mixwell beat the C's as they start to filter through. That's already one down, make it a double. Mixwell nearly taking a third, but TCK will jump across and find himself a frag. However, here comes Alu, the primary opper of the team. So not even the primary op with Mixwell, and he already gets 2 kills. We know, of course, he was pretty adamant when he joined OpTic about being able to now switch back to the rifle role. Always said how while he's good at the op, he doesn't necessarily enjoy it. And I'm sure he enjoyed that 2K to kick off the gun round between these teams. HS with the 4th, Alu with the 5th. First gun round done and dusted.
And you see it from Mixwell too. I mean, there's 3 guys coming towards him. There's a smoke, and he has confidence. He's oozing confidence. Despite them throwing mollies and still pushing forward, he still wants to engage and bring the fight. For me, I believe it's because he probably didn't have enough time to go back and find a secure place. So might as well take as many as you can before getting a drop on your own. So he's able to take down 2, almost landing on that 3rd shot, but wasted enough time for his teammates to rotate over. That was an easy round for OpTic Gaming to win. They're going to try to work very aggressively for Torque this time on this 5th round to just try to make a presence towards B. Could be a fake, but they hear a lot of reloads, a lot of things being thrown from HS holding towards that box. He spots the first one, takes down TCK. It's looking to get traded out, but he's still staying alive and well.
Ooh, near half flashed. HS still stuck behind the boxes, and the pistol's almost working. 7 HP. Down he drops, and now it's all on Monty. Of course, if he had a primary weapon to play, I'd maybe give him a chance in this, but he's going to have to work to grab a gun. And they're on the other side of this gap. Not currently being watched. Freiburg playing passive, just holding off on the second doorway. Does get a little ambiguous here. Moving between his angles. He's waiting for Magis to flank, spots Monty. And Monty's yet to commit as Magis continues to creep in. He's got the backside. This round's over as OpTic Gaming control another B-side strike.
They bought down as a team. There was only an AK that was purchased by Steel. They bought down to about that, I think it was like the 1,000 mark or so, because they lost 2 rounds in a row, $1,900. Actually, they bought even lower than that. So I guess they were in a situation where like, okay, well, let's try to make some damage as much as we can, force some guns on OpTic's end, which you could see on their end. They bought all the way down to 2K at this point. They lose this round here. There's a potential of a broken buy or just a full save with pistols for OpTic Gaming for Torque to just bring it back onto their end. So you'll be on another save for Torque at this point. But the full gun round is going to come through, and then that econ's pretty much going to be reset and leveled on both sides. Because I don't see Torque winning this pistol save.
Yeah, no, but they'd love to get this bomb plant. And seeing as it is that solo A-hold, maybe they find it. The 2 players on highway could just spam smokes and like slay this entire push. Or hell, why doesn't Magis just get a headshot straight through smoke? Here comes Freiburg, and always joins him. That's what we're talking about. An instant slaughterhouse on the A site. Now, coming into the map, Vans, I said, of course, right? Torque might have a chance here if they can pick up some pistols, if they can use some economy, but they had that pistol round, very convincing at that. It's once we get into these gun rounds, once we get the op advantage playing into the hands of OpTic, that I really think Torque's going to start to struggle. So I still expect a respectful scoreline, but you can't tell me that since the guns have gotten rolling, these rounds haven't gotten even more convincing.
Definitely.
Think of the fight they were able to put up OpTic even when they had just pistols. Like, those conversion points were not clean.
I totally agree with you on top of that, but the one thing for me for Torque is that they haven't actually built that economy enough to actually get an AWP on their end. 4Shot hasn't had a chance to actually get an op to actually go for a sniper rifle battle for mid control or an entry towards B. So I think we still have to wait maybe, hopefully, a few more rounds for Torque to be like, okay, we have finally enough economy. Let's try to see what we can do with it. So far, though, 4Shot doesn't need the AWP. He's got the AK for an entry onto Freiburg, but he's down at 6 HP. Magis Boy playing a good spot here, just like he did before. You start seeing OpTic Gaming switching over a little bit, playing this a little bit more passively when they're trying to hold their A side. And then once they win this fight, you see them start moving a lot more aggressively, trying to get that information. As Magis Boy, again, you can see it. He's looking towards A main from that mini-map. He doesn't spot anything there. He's like, okay, well, it's clear. They're looking for that mid-control. They're looking for the B side. And you see them all readjusting throughout the round. It's great communication from OpTic so far.
Yeah, it's very proactive defense. And I think that's the kind of Counter-Strike that's being afforded to OpTic when Torque are playing this kind of a slow, methodical play. I praise the fact that Torque has method to their madness when it comes to like premier level CSGO here in North America. It's something that's definitely a massive advantage for them in those moments. But versus a team like OpTic, they're going to be willing to take risks. They're going to be able to come in with that level of confidence that lets them play ambitiously as seen. But it's the flank versus Steel that nearly catches him, forces him back into the crosshair of Mixwell, who will take him down. And now we've got OpTic back in control here. 1 point lead after losing the pistol and the following conversions.
That's right. So ever since that first gun round, Torque has yet to find a chink in the armor of the defense for the CT side. Now finally we're going to see them buy a little bit more respectively. $2,500 here for 4Shot. They lose this round here, $3,400. He's going to be able to get the op right after. So I really want to see how they're going to utilize the AWP on their end on the T side. So with this pistol, they're going to focus again on this A bomb site. They do have a smoke for Steel, who's going to smoke towards that cross, and then they're going to plow it towards the A bomb site. There's still a flash, but they haven't used it. They still get entries though, no matter what, and clear out the A bomb site. That's amazing.
3 quick frags, and Steel's able to get the M4. That's going to focus now OpTic back towards Truck. Now 4Shot and Monty, they've gotten 1 gun at least, and Steel is instantly removed. So 4Shot, low HP, Monty on the full bar, catches another headshot and knows where Mixwell is, but he's got his off, and he gives up his side, flicks for 4Shot, and takes it down to a 1v1. 24 health is all he's got though, so Torque find another round.
Unfortunate whiff for 4Shot, but thankfully Monte was there. Monte with the M4 that he picked up. That execution to get into the A bomb site, for me, seemed very standard. But just the way that they overran OpTic Gaming, I don't think on their end expected that type of such an aggressive push. All towards quad, even towards the left side of the site. They just ran through that. They thought nobody was going to play towards the car. And it really caught Magic's boy off guard there. So they get a nice win off a pistol buy. And that brings the economy down very low for OpTic Gaming. This is buying down to 0. Double op setup, fairly low utilities for the CT side.
These AWP picks have been so successful for OpTic, though. It feels like every single round they come in with a double op, they're at least able to catch the 5v4. And even if they have that single op, it seems like that AWP is in the right position to hold off versus the initial pushes. So it's either we see Torqued executing with only 4 players, or Torqued immediately losing a player when they finally decide to push. And more notably to me, it's the fact that Mixwell's been primary opping over all of these last few rounds. I mean, we've seen the double op enough to say it's not like it's a massive change.
Yeah.
But when one op is on OpTic and it's not in the hands of Alu, that's very curious in my eyes.
And I was looking at how 4Shot was playing the op for this round here. He just stayed towards T-spawn to watch for a B push. So they never used it to an advantage to try to get an entry. So there's no really of that op battle. But at least he gets one towards this A bomb site. And then a trade coming through towards the mid side to weaken up any type of stage for a split. Alu with a nice flick shot from the Squeaky. Traded back by a 4Shot, though. They do have a one-man advantage for OpTic Gaming. 30 seconds left on the clock. They can still move in, try to get a few entries before they go for a plant. Through the smoke, A2Z gets the kill onto HS. So it's a 2 versus 2. Freiburg's already committed inside the site, though. Surprise! He's spotted now, but he still loses the fight. Speaking about A2Z, but 4Shot connects with a third. He's looking for the fourth. Misses the shot. I don't even think it went out. But now Freiburg's on the top. He does not get the flick shot. Freiburg wins that 1 versus 1, and OpTic Gaming survives that round, but a very, very expensive win.
Oh, that's such a frustrating moment there for 4Shot. I mean, you have to give him props. He single-handedly cracked open that A bomb site, coming out, finding the player on the back of quad, peeking wide and removing the man off highway and taking that rotator. If A2Z had crossed the site and tried to plant bomb, maybe he stays alive. But had 4Shot actually fired off his weapon up close like that, that's a kill and a half. Unfortunately, he switches to the sidearm. Maybe didn't feel confident taking that gun duel. And by the time he switches back, it was the red box boost that bamboozles him. But Steel, oh my, catches Mixwell on an aggressive push through smoke. One of the only 2 guns coming into this round from Torqued, and it's already netted a third. TCK, he picks up that FAMAS.
That was perfect, though. It was a great pop flash. 2 of them were blinded, but then Steel came in from useless to keep them alive and save their team. But now they lose the op from the toxic side. Somebody else could still come pick it up, and that should be Steel. So he's going to come across, pop flash, 2 guys blinded. I think they only know that there's 1 maybe towards the A main, now 2 after that molly's being thrown. So they do have a bit of map control, a little bit of information, but on the other end for OpTic Gaming, they decide to retreat all the way back towards the A bomb site. If they actually keep HS in here and he keeps spamming, throwing his flashes and keeping them honest, they might want to have Torque rotate back towards the A bomb site where they had a stack. But again, they're still rotating back and forth here, Scrawny.
Yeah, lots of ambiguity so far, at least in this round. 40 seconds left to play with. We're going to watch Armin throw out his last smoke, barely covers the vision of Alu, so he hits himself the leg. But at least it's onto Monty. That's the only player to the T side who doesn't have a gun. And A2Z wants to crack checkers open. Oh, HS, he gives up his angle, gives up his life, and gives up the man advantage. Alu and Co. down to just 3, but Alu holds the cross. The shot goes astray, and it's the wide peak from heaven. Able to drop 2 bodies as Freiburg leaves Magisk 1v2, but look at the health, Vansili.
That's right, 6 seconds left, they'll get the plant. 21 and 17 respectively for Monty and A2Z. Magisk boy, very healthy, but no utility, so he's gonna have the body peek, and he looks at the wrong angles to go for that double peek from the B bomb site, and they win this round against OpTic Gaming, which will reset their economy.
That was a couple of missed shots. We see the operating side of mid give up the leg shot only. I mean, at least he hits his target. Alu onside the bomb site misses his. If it wasn't for Freiburg's wide swing and the catching of those 2 players, then that would have been a convincing win from Torque. So all of a sudden here, we've got ourselves back to the 5-5. We've got, you know, rounds being tossed back and forth, 3 in a row now going unconverted. And more importantly, we finally have OpTic not on primary guns. It is the double Deeg, double P250, and the 5-7 for Freiburg. 2 sets of Kevlar, no kit, no nades. This is a nice slow round for Torque to just play out. Let them use their utility on an execution when the time comes. And if they can even find a 5v4 beforehand, they'll be even better off.
They're playing a very big gamble at the same time. HS is playing by himself, but that single box at the entrance of B. He played it very well the last time. He got 3 kills, but that's when he had a rifle and also the pistol to try to hold up as much as he can. If he's going to get pushed on the B side, that's pretty much over. The B bomb side is open. So they really want to count on HS to just try to hear for some information while they just stack towards the A bomb side, now taking control of mid side for OpTic Gaming and pushing forward to try to see if they could catch Torque. But Torque on the other end, you see it again. 4 shots opping all the way from spawn, but they're pushing towards T mid, and they're gonna... Oh, he gets the dig out the steal. Almost got that double kill there, but at least they spotted that bomb on the ground as well. Alu's about to peek out, catching steal off angle as well. And that is a turn of events here.
Yeah, especially with 35 seconds left, because the CTs continue to play actively. Magisboy comes in with a wide swing from Squeaky. The boost from Alu's coming up and over, and it's down to just Monty and 4shot. We have the 4th player pushing in, that's HS, but down he goes. An open route straight to the B site, that could be a problem. They have to control on vents. Mixwell already drops down, B in hand, and body shots connect. Alu finds another, and this leaves it just on Monty. 24 health, 10 seconds to the clock.
Oh my god.
Down he goes. If Torque can win with pistols, then so can OpTic, and on a crucial round at that.
Might as well just play pistols for the rest of the game, because that seems to be the gun that connects the most, or the guns that connects the most here for either team. But that aggressive push that they had towards that mid side, yes, Torque played very passively, but I think they played it way too passively, because you don't really have anybody watching it from useless to get that information that there's guys pushing towards mid. So if they're going to try to go for a wide swing towards this mid side, you're going to have to basically go for a flick if you're not watching that angle anymore. And that's how they got caught towards that T mid. At least now it's pistols for Torque, trying to sell a fake towards his B bomb site. Already you see a rotation coming through. So 3 guys are currently at B. They're going to even reboost towards mid. That is so interesting here. So that's going to be a weak side here on Catwalk. Alu's not even looking at that angle. Seal's going to try to catch him, but he still kills him with the op. Unfortunate there with the CZ long range to not connect. And that's probably going to give the cue for the rest of the guys to say, all right, screw it. Let's just go into this A bomb site. So Monte opens the door, moves in, and they come into opposition in the form of Magisboy. He's going to volley on the ground to prevent him from getting a good bomb plant. But it's actually a little bit too far, so Monte will be able to get it.
Yeah, and Alu's gonna have to clear white box. Pistols off versus TCK. Mixwell helps out. Magis pushes on Fork, catches Armin, and a second frag to Monty. So 4-shot 1v4 on the close with the CZ, takes a man with him. Decent enough round for Torque. They're back to, you know, curbing the economy, finding little victories within these lost rounds. But that's ultimately not going to be enough. You know, they've gotten 5 rounds to the T side. They are still moving forward here. We mentioned that it would be a struggle, and that is what we've seen. So unfortunately for Torque, the bomb plant's not enough. They're not going to get back in with another gun round just yet, and this is going to allow for OpTic to continue their advantage.
And it's good, too, to see that Magisboy stayed alive that whole round on the A site. Despite them having 3 guys push from the squeaky door, he still found the good angles to just creep around on the left side of the site, going towards the forklift, getting that quick 2K. So he basically single-handedly flanked the team to make it a lot easier for OpTic Gaming to turn around and win that round quite easily. If not, that was 2 or 3 guns down. Expensive buys coming in from OpTic Gaming, where they could, again, get potentially reset. If Torque actually had that last kill, I wouldn't be surprised if you see them on a force buy, because they would have had 2 or 3 guys able to buy AKs.
They know a man's out towards vent, but Alu, he wants the closer targets first. Swaps to the sidearm, TCK drops bomb, the spray connects, and Steel tap down to 28. Alu's just gonna go charging forward. His CZ was empty, he threw away his op, he was genuinely gonna chase that knife kill.
And not try to give the op to Steel. I like that. It's like, alright guys, just if anything, trade me off, save the op for the next round, but let's just keep him busy, because Steel probably spent all of his bullets with the CZ as well, trying to win that fight against Alu. So I see his reasoning behind there, and even smarter to just in case that Steel still had bullets, he won't be able to pick up a knock and try to turn it around over. Well, you do have HS now. Looking towards mid, he saw a few guys come out from that smokes. It was very aggressive for Torque to start things off and to really gain that mid control without a wall of smokes. It was a flash through the default smoke from the CT side of the entrance of mid. They got control of that. They even got a kill onto Mixwell from TCK. And it's really weird how I said Mixwell's his name. But I meant to say Mixwell.
HS going to be pinned in sight. He's got Freiberg to rotate over. Not going to peek out from heaven this time around. He sits to the lower side. And right now we still have Steel over towards the A side. He's able to catch another entry. Freiberg removed, and HS comes out with one. Still stands on site until 4-shot hits the body. And Alu nowhere to be found. Still lingering over towards the A site. Really cool play there by Torque, grouping 4 players up on B, leaving Steel to, again, pry into the opposite site, keep these players committed, and find himself at least a kill in the process. Even if you can just slow down the rotation and then hit that bomb site at the very same time, you could see how quickly it crumbled with Alu on the opposite side. So really well done here by Torque, and they've got themselves a 6th round. This half could still be as close as possible.
Oh yeah, 6 rounds on T side so far against a team like OpTic Gaming. Can't take anything away from Torque right now. Just the way that Steel played that lurk was really perfect. And now Alu is at a point where he's trying to save this op, but they are slowly trying to hunt him down. So just trying to see the economy on Torque's end, and they don't really have that much money actually to afford going up against Alu, so they're going to let him save it. On the other end, you could still have a drop coming in from Alu, so you'll see a buy coming through from OpTic still. But this is, no matter what, the last round of the first half, but I'm just trying to see what the economy was going to be like coming in for the team. So being able to save that op actually gives them a chance to even go for a double op for OpTic Gaming side on this last round. It worked before here for Torque to just run through towards this mid side with a pop flash, but this time they say no because they're actually greeted by Freiberg and Alu instead of just HS. Now, a few of them fall down, already a third. It is quick, just like that, a 5-on-2 situation with a bomb down out in the open. Actually, it's on the top of the boxes.
See, so I think this is an example of the types of rounds we've gotten so far this half. You have moments where Torque are able to kind of grind out a win, get themselves enough enough kills to take it down to those 2v2s or 3v3 moments, and then you have other rounds where out of nowhere OpTic just pummel Torque. Which is what you could argue we would have expected more often than not coming into this series. But I'm both happy and proud for Torque in the sense that they've made this competitive. 9-6 is the half that's decent enough to, maybe win another pistol, work with it after. We said that the pistol rounds were going to be one of the key variables to their potential upset, and now they definitely need both.
That's right. So let's see if Torque has what it takes on the CT side to actually make this a close game, if not win the first map, or can OpTic Gaming continue on? Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll resume the second half.
My name is Trick2G, and I use CyberPower PC powered by Intel. Let's go!
So the first half has come to a close, the second about to unfold. It is, of course, Torque versus OpTic Gaming, and we have ourselves a 3-point lead to the Europeans here of OpTic. Really solid half already from OpTic in the sense that Alu's 18-9. The op in his hands was really coming to life, and Mixwell as well, sitting with 14 frags. So I don't think with OpTic there's this like one standout player as of yet. It's just been a nice team experience as far as they're concerned.
For sure. On the other end here, Steel the in-game leader, top fragging for Torque, doing as much as he can, and you got to take 4 of those kills from that pistol round as well. And can they do this on the CT side? As now OpTic Gaming are taking this mid control and trying to split towards this A bomb side. But it starts off with A2Z and 4-shot, double headshots with USPs, but quickly traded out. Bomb is down. Steel also gets dropped by HS. Back to a 2 versus 2. Bomb is now open for them to plant.
Ooh, wide swing from Monty. Not enough to catch the man on the bomb. Magis gets to cover. And HS sits inside sight. TCK tapped, and Monty dies next. That's OpTic with a pistol. Very nice try by Torque there. They set up in a cool position with both A2Z on the back of quad and Steel inside the fence. It was a big play position from Steel where he was looking to catch them off guard. They thoroughly clear the corner, and he gets peeked by 2 guys at the same time, doesn't find a frag, and because of that, the whole pistol strategy kind of crumbles. Nice attempt, however, but this is now OpTic with a nice bout of momentum that they could just ride to the finish line. Looking at that 12-6 if the conversions go cleanly.
Oof, poor shot, but at least it's traded out. He gets a nice dig onto Magis Boy, retaliating from that first half, but Alu there with the AK, and this is what I find interesting for OpTic Gaming. Usually, oh, what a nice one-tap there as well, onto the face of Steel. Maybe another one? Yeah, why the hell not? I'm just gonna let it go. Scrawny, just take this.
Let's just let Alu do his thing. My god. 4K, 4 headshots, 2 of which were with 2 bullets. So now Armin's on the other side of the map. He should just hide. Just whatever you do, avoid Alu.
You've invested money already, right? That's $1,000 for a head armor and armor. $300 for the P250 and another $300 for the smoke. So he's going to try to save as much as he can here because Alu single-handedly just opened that round and won it for OpTic Gaming. And it was a nice idea for Torque. They tried to take that mid-control, have a lot of guys come through, but they were streaming down one by one on that headshot box, and it was just easy for Alu to take him down. And what I was going to try to say is, usually on the second round, you see a lot of guys just trying to buy some machine guns to try to build up the economy, and if they lose the gun, it's not so bad because they haven't invested that much into those weapons, and if they were actually to give the submachine guns to Torque, they could still bring it back on another different type of buy, submachine gun versus submachine gun, but they went all out AKs, and it pays off in the end for Alu.
That's something that's really cool with Alu and Mixwell, right? Is like, you don't think of Alu as a rifler over the op, but when he does pick up that gun, he's definitely formidable with it. And you could say the same for Mixwell. He was looking forward to getting back on rifles, and while I think he is better off with the op, just because his op play is sick, not that there's a weakness in his rifles, it gives this roster of OpTic a lot of depth. That's one of their biggest strengths, I would argue. But it's over here towards mid that HS will attempt to pull an Alu, tapping the heads of the men on white box. Frag grenade bounces back, and the bomb just goes pushing forward.
That's right. It's a 5-man stack for Torque there towards that mid side. They're like, okay, well, Alu maybe might want to try to do it again. This time he's actually lurking. Catches him on a rotation as well. Close range battle, inside checkers. They're all dropping like flies. Another 4K for Alu in this round here. Easy picking for him. So that's 8 kills in 2 rounds, just farming the AK. Now he could even drop it for somebody else if he wanted to, so he could buy the op.
Will HS pick one up? No, he's going to go straight to the AK. So no op play from OpTic in their gun round to the T side. And Torque immediately going to arm 4-shot with his cannon.
Yeah, I think at this point, you've built so much economy that this becomes like, quote-unquote, the bonus round for them. Usually, again, bonus rounds are with submachine guns where you want to move forward, but they've barely lost any players in the last 2 rounds, that it's okay for them to just go with full rifles and just open up together for the team. So 3 guys towards mid side, 2 guys at Sunroom. You'll soon see this mid to B split with only 2 guys holding it inside there in the form of TCK and Monte.
Ooh, TCK is going to be pinned in. Pop flash goes over. Mixwell fully blocked. But Alu peeks out, takes the headshot, and clears up the B site. OpTic Gaming able to find an isolated CT defense. They had no mid control in that round whatsoever. They completely forfeited over. And it works out to their favor. They're able to keep 3 guys up. And you could argue that this is an immediate save. So I'm sure that Torque were aware of this potential situation coming into the round. If you're able to isolate 2 groups of players per bomb site and you overwhelm one so quickly, it's just better off to take the hit. And you keep up your guns.
You just said it there, Scrawny. It was a very passive play for Torque on that mid side, but not only that, they played it very passively towards B as well. They anchored 2 guys inside the site, and those mollies that were thrown from the sunroom basically gave no chance for Torque to actually retaliate to try to cover and hold that B bomb site as much as they could. So they only got 1 kill out of that, and immediately the kill was from Alu keeping the push towards that tree side. Well, Steel falls, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's big. Steel going down. That's now just 2 guns move forward. Now, luckily, of course, 4Shot keeps his op, so the most expensive player is gonna still be well armed. There's not really enough cash to justify the buy around this. Would have been a whole other story had they kept that 3rd weapon, but actually, Steel goes with the Scout, curbs his cash down to $1,200. With a Deagle and P250 on TCK and Monty, there's still something to work with. It was a boost over the top of the smoke. It does tag Mixwell to 62 points of health, but as he crosses towards the vent, they've given up mid yet again.
Oh, sort of a bad smoke being thrown there, trying to take control of that Z side just to keep them honest for the CTs. But Steel, after that tag, rotates back towards the quad. He's getting pushed out from that molly. They're going to hear him running away as Match's boy is currently posted up towards that squeaky door. But Steel is still trying to go for those wide peaks instead of playing the angles just to try to get that information. He gets caught from an AWP from Alu. Now 3 guys at truck side. Flash coming through. Everybody's going to drop that pretty much it. 4Shot with the AWP, trying to save it, but Mixwell does the drive-by.
They're just making this look so clean at this point. Obviously, with Torque to the T side, it was up to them to set the pace, and we saw some of those slower rounds early on. A lot of respect and method being utilized in their executions, whereby now OpTic have just changed things up. They've been able to take mid control for free since the start of these gun rounds, and from there, we're just watching them collapse into bomb sites, and now Torque have their money back underneath them. So this is going to be their one chance to maybe swing things back, and they absolutely have to. 14-6. Time is of the issue.
That's right. So it's going to be a gun round coming in for Torque. Pretty much their last dance right now because they bought all the way down to 0. Losing this round here, they'll only be at $3,400. It's going to be a very low buy and a very steep uphill battle to climb to be able to bring this into overtime. So they have to win this round with the least amount of casualties as possible. And it starts off very badly with 4Shot falling from the hands of Alu.
Mixwell with another 5 versus 3. It's going to take a big individual play from someone on this B site to hold off the bomb, to hold off OpTic, as the entirety of their team starts to fixate over. HS nearly clears the site. Fire a Firebird, TCK dropping 3. Headshots connect, and all of a sudden it's down to Alu. He could get flanked because now he works his way back through the vent. He's got full utility to play with, but 2 targets to find.
Man, that snack spot is deadly for some of the players, depending how you play it, and TCK just did such a good job keeping it alive here for Torque. Steel was playing towards the sunroom, saw the last guy coming in from the vent side to get the last kill. So it's going to be 14-7, but so much money right now still on the board for OpTic Gaming. We're forcing drops on top of that for Torque. They're still not out of the frying pan here for the CT side, but they are going for this double op setup on their end.
Maybe anticipating some kind of fast AK play. The double op setup's great for trying to hold back that initial aggression. So this buy could certainly work out from Torque. And we saw it last weekend at the Cineplex event, the World Gaming Championships, where they did use this double op between Steel and 4Shot to win a lot of their CT rounds. So we'll see if it pays off. Towards the B site, flashbangs connect, bodies start to trickle in. BCK taking only 1. As 4Shot has yet to find another. Smoke grenade blocks him off. The CTs come over. But where did Torque go from here?
Well, now that they have a bomb plan as well, it's going to be a tough retake. They haven't actually posted anybody inside the side. Mollies are keeping them back as well. Even another one here. I think at this point, you're not even going to try anything. If you don't get a kill in the next, 5 seconds, you're going to try to save your gun or your guns and play for overtime. You can see them posted right now. They're just looking for exits, anything that they can. All 4 of them retreating. So this is going to be map point for OpTic Gaming against Torque. At least they hopefully come out with 4 guns in the end. You could see it, right? Actually, they'll be fine. Everybody's exiting out from B main. Okay, never mind. Steel just got killed here from Alu, who's looking around towards his B side, or mid side. He's looking for the hunt. He's still pushing towards the CT spawn. It's even smoked out to try to keep the remaining guns alive. And they will be able to do so.
One of those moments whereby, TCK is in a full commitment position again, kind of behind the orange box on B site. And unfortunately for 4Shot, he just gets convinced back. I mean, it makes sense for him to try and stay alive. That's arguably always important. But because they take down so few players when OpTic push forward, again, you saw it. The Molotovs block off Heaven, Smoke blocks off Lower, and Torque, you know, they know not to fancy their chances. So it translates to 3 guns being pushed into this round, and then Torque putting it all on the table. It's going to be an 8-round comeback if they make it happen. Though the chances are against them. Freiburg to entry into mid. Wall of smoke to help things out. And again, we watch Torque just give this away for free.
But at least they're stacking a lot of their resources towards this B side. The execution immediately comes in. Mollies were thrown, but this time nobody's finally getting dropped here or pushed out of their positions for Torque's side. So they get 2 kills, quickly traded out, and the 3 guys are still alive. Only 1 still alive on the CT side. Now, it is a 2 versus 2. Rotation coming through from Steel, so it's him and 4Shot. They're going to let the bomb plant come down for OpTic Gaming, and then they're going to try to retake together.
It's planted for B main, and Freiburg starts to fall off, so he will have the after plant position as HS has to hold sight. Smoke grenade to block off Lower. And again, now the utility kind of forcing an awkward retake attempt, but that was a nice nade. And Steel's going to go off the flash. Freiburg dodges it, but 2 quick kills from Torque instantly found as they peek out simultaneously and get this retake rolling. I mean, sure enough, it's a long road ahead, but that's how it all starts with an 8th round of the board.
That's right. So 2 guys alive, $3,500 for TCK. 4Shot will be able to drop him. So they're going to be fine on money in terms of guns so far. Utilities should be okay as well, because Steel will be able to buy pretty much almost all the grenades needed. And they're going to push it out here for OpTic Gaming. They're going to try to do a little bit more differently here. They're going to take this mid-control aggressively again, but they're going to try to work towards this A bomb site, which they have not done for quite a while. On the other end, Torque was trying to play a little bit more aggressively to set a presence towards this mid side, but A2Z was on his own, got caught, and that's already 1 down. They have a great position right now for OpTic Gaming to go for an A split.
Ooh, Steel almost finds Alu. Hits him down to 19 points of health, but it is 4Shot and TCK in a 2 versus 4. Some of these terrorists tag, but both of which have their job set out for them. 4Shot down to the clutch, instantly dropped out of the round, and that is map number 1. Slide